What up, everybody? Tonight we are reviewing that Schoolboy Q Blue Lip album. Yo, this album, from the cover to just the whole album, we gonna get into it. But please, if you like hip hop, if you like craft beer, and if you like everything else in between, please subscribe to my channel for good discussion and a good time and a good drink. Okay, so here we go. Habits and contradictions, oxymoron, setbacks, blank face, which was my personal favorite, crash talk, which was my least favorite album of his, just because of the expectation that I have, even though it has great joints on that album. This Schoolboy Q, man, it's been 5 years since his last album, and he delivered. He delivered. I think it's the first project, I might be wrong. Maybe it's Isaiah Rashad. I know SZA also released, but the first hip hop project since Kendrick's last album, and then he departed top dog. This is a grown up, mature Schoolboy Q. At the same time, because I've taken it in the whip, I've taken it in my headphones, I've taken it to the gym, I've taken it on my big speakers at home. And so for all those occasions, he has something for all of those occasions. This is my favorite Schoolboy Q album. This is a first reaction. I've sat with it for not a full week, but I've had multiple listens. And I can tell you, he's, somebody who you can tell from somebody who has children. You could tell he has children. You could tell he's very reflective. He's very introspective. He has also that ignorant gangsta talk on the album too. So if you like that Schoolboy Q, that is still on the album. That's not going nowhere. Songs like, I'm looking at his track list, and you have Pop, you have Yearn, you have Movie, and you have Cooties. Those songs, that is still Schoolboy Q. And also the production on this album and the sound of this album, it is very well engineered. It's very well put together. He really, a lot of those songs I just named, the beat starts off as one thing and it transitions into another. That's all throughout the album. You think you're getting this and it's something else. That shows, just from an artistic standpoint, the time that he's taken in picking out the beats and the production on these, and it's not just one sound throughout. So I could tell he's matured that way. His songwriting has developed and has gotten better. His content has gotten better. I'm 39 years old. I believe he is 37, and there's a lot of things that I can relate to that he's talking about on this album. He has great features on this album that, besides Freddie Gibbs, I don't know who none of these cats are, but they all fit the album. He wasn't chasing features like I think admittedly he said he was on the last joint, or like the big hits. Absol's on the album as well. Blue Sides, and then Ohio, and Thank God for Me, which the hook and how it starts is something different than his verses, right? And how he's coming off and how the beat knocks. He has Germany 86, where he's talking about his moms and the military and how they ended up in LA. Just this is, you could tell, like, being away for 5 years, he's really sat with this album and he's really taken time to craft this album. We may not get nothing from him for another 5 years, right? And with great artists, hey, like, besides Jay-Z, there wasn't too many artists I was growing up with that were like great, that were dropping every single year. And in between those years, there was other great artists to make up for that one great artist not dropping. I think, Schoolboy Q, I don't want to wait another 5 years, but at the same time, I understand that he has things going on in his life being a parent, just dealing with just daily regular stuff, that music was on the back burner. But he this is a great album. It's early. This is what, March. Hasn't been a lot of great albums. Benny the Butcher album was good, but see, this is what I wanted more from Benny. Different rappers, but I wanted more introspection. I wanted more maturity. I wanted him to dig deeper, and you could tell that Q was able to balance digging deep and at the same time giving you that bullshit too, right? And I think that's a fine line. That's a balance that not too many can operate in and know how to do and pull off, but he did it well. I think J-Rock is another one who does the gangster stuff and can still give you that other stuff as well, as far as when we talking about the camp. So I have my like I said, my favorite songs are Blue Slides, Lovebirds, Ohio. I love Smile. Just a great way to cap off the album is just Smile. Blue Lips is the name of the album, and then it's, you know, he says he's smiling at the end. Another thing is, if you look at the first song, is Funny Guy. One, Smile was 19 or 18, so he that tells you a lot of where he's at in his life. He's at least from my perspective, giving you like, hey, I'm having fun, and then he's smiling, and then everything in between, he's taking you all throughout his life. Just a dope album. One criticism you could have, but I grew up in the '90s, and I used to see this a lot, is the album ran a little too long. It is 18 songs. There's no skits. It's, some songs are a little short, but it's a lengthy album, a lengthy project. So for those who have attention spans that are really short, they may have a problem with that. But I liked it because I felt he needed to tell his story, and he's been away a long time, and he needed to get his shit off. So I think that's why he went with what he did. That would be my only criticism I could find, that there might be fillers. People might feel that there's some fillers in this album, and he could have cut it short a little bit. Other than that, it's a great album. The best I've heard in a short 2024. So please let me know your thoughts. I know this went a little over, but a little long, but had to get it off for Q. Salute Q, salute TDE, and until next time, y'all take care. Peace and love, 100.